I made my clone in ChatGPT, which helped me make $6,000 in 1 month. It's not a super complicated setup, but I don't use any random prompts. I have my basic rules set up with ChatGPT, and I've also created 2 custom GPTs. And now it helps me run almost all the aspects of my business, starting with strategy brainstorming, content creation, and actual client delivery. And today, my ChatGPT clone is going to share examples and teach you how you can implement similar setup for you guys. I won't be holding anything back. I'm going to show you the exact 3 ways I use ChatGPT every day, and how it helped me increase my output almost 10 times. But before we get started, don't forget to show your support by subscribing to the channel, liking this video, and leave a comment. I'm happy to chat about anything AI.
Welcome to my inner sanctum, my ChatGPT. I'm feeling so vulnerable right now because this is the first time I'm ever sharing my own ChatGPT setup with everyone. It's like sharing your browsing history, to be honest. Before going more into how I'm using it every day to generate my content, work on my strategy, brainstorm more ideas, first of all, I would like to show you some of technical setup I have in my ChatGPT, because your basic setup, your knowledge base, and your ChatGPT hygiene is one of the most important things to have a very productive work. If you don't put ground rules, if you don't update your knowledge bases, delete the old information, update the new one, get new rules, your AI will start giving you bad results over the time. But if you keep feeding new information, correct information, update the guidelines, trust me, with time, you will get better and better results. So depending on how you're using it, for example, in my case, I purely use my ChatGPT for work purposes, I would suggest first of all going to the settings section. From here, you can update a couple of settings like the tone of voice, give custom instructions on the behavior, put information about yourself. This is a very good start if you're just starting to implement any AI tool in your everyday work. The cool thing about current ChatGPT is that you don't even need to go to the settings. Whenever during the chat, you can just give an instruction like update your memory with this. For example, I don't like the long dash, so I told ChatGPT whenever you're making any content for me, don't ever use the long dash. Even if it's not reflected in here, you can see that my reference saved memory is on, reference chat history is on. So whenever I need something to be updated in general on ChatGPT level, I just mention it in the chat, update your memory with, and I'm giving the instruction. Those are instructions I give for my general use of ChatGPT, but when it goes more into work, I have developed 2 custom GPTs for myself. As you can see here on the left panel, I have 2 of them here. One is the content planner, the other one is Technicity Consultant. I will separately open up and show you how these GPTs are functioning and what instructions we have. But for your general understanding, I'm using GPT for 3 scenarios. One is brainstorming around business ideas, strategy development. Second one is to help to concentrate my wide range of ideas into proper content format. And third one is actually with my works with my client as a part of the Founder Freedom Sprint. I've made this chat with my ChatGPT specifically for this video to showcase you examples of how I'm using all 3 scenarios. I will share the link to it in the description of the video. As you can see, it has prompt examples, steps I'm taking when working with ChatGPT, the instructions I'm giving and how I'm using it and what kind of output it usually gives back to me. If you set up your any AI tool correctly, guys, down the line, it makes your life way easier. You don't need to be a genius prompt engineer. I'm not a very good prompt engineer, but I understand the importance of giving context, even to humans. You can't expect people to give you correct answers. So treat your AI as a person you talk to. Give them proper context and they will give you proper answers. So back again to the prompt, like 2 sentences, I'm doing a YouTube video, please show the examples, and I specify what examples I want. Like the first scenario, strategic scenario, help me come up with sales. Second one is content, do my usual content plan. And the third one is analyzing a client transcript to create audit report. Easy 1-sentence instructions. Now let's go over the first scenario, working on strategy and brainstorming with me. Let's say I have a goal of targeting new audience, business coaches, and I want to come up with a sales strategy of how I should reach out to them, what should I do. And in the prompt ChatGPT provided here, you can see that he went more into details, and this is good if you're just starting working with it, but if you have already put your information in here, like in case of my Technicity Consultant, I wouldn't even provide the context. I would just say, hey, please make a sales strategy for Founder Freedom Sprint for business coaches. I would add more context about my target because he doesn't know about the new target. He knows about my usual target, like marketing agencies, law firms, or tech startups. So what I will do, I go with very basic prompt engineering scenario that you will see, like giving ChatGPT a role of like, you are this person, you are my sales strategist. and I want you to sell my Founder Freedom Sprint to a new niche, which are business lifestyle coaches in the US. The other part of the task is more important because if you don't put what you are expecting to get, it will usually give you a general sales strategy of marketing strategy, which is way broad and complicated to implement. But in this case, I usually put in what I'm looking for. In the case of sales campaigns, for example, I would say, find me the best channels, give me the email sequences, give me similar examples, search the web to give me similar examples of proper campaigns, how I can target that people, like how in-person events are happening in the neighborhood. So just give what you are expecting from it. In this case, he gave a pretty good instructions like ICP pain points, positioning, outreach channels, discovery script, lead magnet, pipeline KPIs, proper sales channel strategy step by step. And that's it. You can see that it specifies who are my perfect clients, the pain points, and these are really good pain points. Like I've researched this market. These are very accurate pain points. The positioning, again, this is based on the pain point pretty well. Then it adapted my offer itself into the sales copy, suggested me the best channels to go after them. Of course, suggested some copy ideas, lead magnet ideas, and KPIs of what I should go after. Of course, we will work back and forth from this point, like working on the script itself, lead magnet. Like if you don't have a webinar, you will say, hey, I don't have a webinar, but I have a handbook. How can I use handbook? And it will help you. Or if you don't have anything, you can ask which one will be the easiest one for me to create, which one you can help me to create. So you can create a lead magnet inside of the same conversation and start actually using it. And the same thing with KPIs, just put realistic numbers. If you keep this structure properly when discussing any idea, any strategy, you will get a very good help. I used it to work on my Founder Freedom Sprint. I had the idea, a friend of mine helped me to develop the idea from the consultation experience I have. But with the backend form, with my brainstorming partner here, to develop this high converting offer, which has like better results than I ever thought it would have. Now let's go to scenario number 2, which is the most use case of ChatGPT for me, is to help me work on the content. As you might have noticed from my videos, I have a little bit of ADHD and I am all over the place the whole time. And I have a lot of good ideas I want to bring to you guys, but I never know how to put it in the proper structure of the video. So what I did, I made a clone of myself who thinks as a marketer. Before going to this prompt, let me show you actually how it works as a custom GPT. To clarify, I don't use ChatGPT to create the content for me. I use it to help to structure the idea of the content I already have. So first of all, you can see it has like a lot of instructions. The first line of the instruction is specifying the role it has. It's a B2B content strategist for business consultants and coaches. Then I have a specific goal for it. Like your only job is to help me market and scale my offer through inbound content. Of course, I provided content explaining how should it think and what type of content it should make. In my case, I want to make content for every person who is in different stages of awareness of problems in the business. For example, the video I made about how to use 80-20 rule is for people in the awareness. My 10-minute business audio checklist is for people who are in consideration stage. The video, which is showcasing a ClickUp setup for a marketing agency, is for people who are in decision stage. Another important thing is the keywords, because as you know, right now, all the social media, YouTube are analyzing the content you are talking and taking out the keywords from what we see on the screen and what you're saying. So it's very important for me that my content consistently uses the keywords I want to target. After that, of course, the most important part is the knowledge base. The LinkedIn playbook, which is best practices of how to post on LinkedIn in 2025. The same way I have huge databases of viral hooks and well-performing videos of my niche. Those kind of information is publicly available. You can subscribe to newsletters and get them for free. But apart from them, the most important thing I have is a database of the transcripts from my own meetings. So what I will do on a bi-weekly basis, I will export all the transcripts I had from the meetings with clients, free consultations, team meetings. When I have an instruction of only take parts as a reference where I am talking, and when you export the transcript, it says who is the person who is talking, right? That is the biggest key of my ChatGPT actually becoming my clone. Right now, it has over 1 year of meeting data, and that's hundreds of meetings. When I ask ChatGPT, hey, can you give me ideas about this, and topics? It goes through all my conversation with my clients and actually brings the ideas and results I was able to provide. Now it knows my tone of voice and how I'm speaking, and the content generated here is as if I just wrote it myself. A lot of people are using AI to generate posts, especially on LinkedIn. You can tell when it was AI generated post or AI generated content. Don't ask AI to do things for you. Now my ChatGPT clone is extension of my creativity. Before training the ChatGPT, I was spending at least 7 to 8 hours every week working on the content. Now I would say I spend like 2-3 hours, and most of the time goes just like editing the videos. Last but not least, scenario number 3 is what helped me to make that $6,000. The same way I have a content planner GPT, I have a Technosity consultant GPT. It again has the whole knowledge base from my transcripts, my meetings, the way I'm working, but it also has clear instructions for its role. In this case, I just need him to draft my audit reports, my growth strategies, and client dashboards for me. My Technosity consultant has those templates, knows how I'm conducting business audits, client consultations, and I'm thinking from the transcripts I'm feeding him in general from all my meetings. And when I need help, I'm just feeding him the transcripts of the client. Now, if you've done any consulting work or audit or work with any clients, you know how time consuming and hard it is to actually collect all the information, make proper notes, and to give valuable answers to them. Now, because first of all, I have a template to documents and reports, and I have extension of my brain as Technosity consultant in ChatGPT. Final piece was reorganizing the way I'm doing my consultation calls. Instead of randomly talking to people, I have a proper strategy of going step by step during the call to perform the audit. It starts with asking their pain points, asking where their time is going in, what are the biggest bottlenecks, etc., etc., etc. When I have all this information collected during my meeting, I finalize it with discussing with client what are the best strategies they like, what scenarios we would like to take. And the hard part with it, when you don't have similar system, is if you have 7 to 8 calls like me every day, you forget stuff, you mix stuff, and it's hard to go back a couple of days later trying to make a proper audit without mixing anything or losing any important information. Now, my Technosity consultant just gets the transcripts from those meetings with the client. For example, if I had 5 meetings with all the stakeholders, I will feed those meetings because all of them have similar proper structure of questioning and information gathering. I will put them into this custom GPT here, Technosity consultant, and I will take my consultant, here's the information from client meetings, please create the audit report. Once I have the audit report, I discuss it with the client. Of course, I'm going and editing it, but if I would spend before at least 6 to 7 hours making similar reports, even from templates, now I spend way less just going over what ChatGPT has made from the transcripts, double checking, cross checking, making sure nothing is missed. And we are up to 90-95% of accuracy with the whole training I'm giving it on a daily basis. And the same way, when the growth strategy is approved, we'll start implementation, collect the meeting notes, and at the end, feed the growth strategy, audit report, and meeting notes of finalizing how we implemented everything to ChatGPT, to my Technosity consultant, and my Technosity consultant will create the final document, which is Founder Freedom Dashboard, exactly calculating the impact we were able to bring to the client during this 5-week program, which just didn't double my capacity. It gave me opportunity to charge my clients less for the same result. Now I'm able to help way more companies to grow and scale. Again, I will share the link to this chat in the description of the video, so if you guys want to go and exactly copy the structure, be my guest. The biggest message of my video is do not use ChatGPT to replace yourself. It should not think for yourself. It should be extension of you.
So what do you think about my ChatGPT clone? I know. It's awesome. As I mentioned before, ChatGPT is evolving all the time. To make sure it always gives you the most accurate output, you need to consistently update your rules, provide a knowledge base, delete old things, and if maintained correctly, ChatGPT will be an amazing weapon for you. This is how I set up, maintain, and use ChatGPT as an extension of myself. It helps me brainstorm ideas back and forth about how to grow Technosity as a business. It analyzes and gives ideas for Armand solves as a content creator. And it helps me create the most accurate reports and growth plans as a part of the Founder Freedom Sprint. It used to take me hours to complete, now takes me 5 to 10 minutes. And if you want to get a similar result for yourself, grab a free consultation call with me. I left the link in the description of this video. I'm always to help like-minded people to grow their possibilities and productivity with using proper tools. Thanks for watching till the end. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and see you next week.